Interesting experiment they've been running in Washington lately. Here's the question they've been testing. Does it still matter what the public thinks? About public policies, I mean, things that affect them. Does the public's opinion still carry any weight? At least I think that was the experiment. Now, the old political theory was that political parties couldn't afford to get too extreme in their positions in either direction. If they did, if they ever found themselves too far out of step with the public, well, they'd trim their sails and move back toward the sensible center. That is, they would if they knew what was good for them. And with all the opinion polls out there, they'd know. And if they didn't move, well, first the support would dry up in those polls, and then the contributions would dry up, and finally the votes would dry up. When Election Day rolled around, they'd be voted out, which is why they'd move. But not this time, not with the debt ceiling debate. Despite all kinds of polls showing that all kinds of people, not just Democrats or independents, but rank-and-file Republicans too, despite all the polls showing voters overwhelmingly in favor of a compromise that was a mix of program cuts and increased taxes, Republican politicians refused to budge. We don't need a balanced solution, they kept saying. We need a balanced budget. Balanced their way, of course, with no tax increases on people who can best afford them and huge program cuts for people who can't, which is what happened. And what the voters said they wanted, even Republican voters, who cares? When politicians are on a mission these days, an extreme take no prisoners, no compromise mission, they don't care what the voters think. That's true of some congressional leaders, apparently, and some of our state leaders, too, from governors right on down to state legislators. Now, if public opinion doesn't matter anymore, if the politicians won't adjust, then the only way to change things is with public votes. Replace them. For out-of-control Washington politicians, that mostly means waiting until November of 2012. But for out-of-control Wisconsin politicians, it starts on Tuesday.